Hi everyone, I want to do a flip through with this journal. It measures 9 1/4 by 6, 7 if you count the lace. I've got a elastic ribbon closure around it, and I left it kind of loose, but it can be tightened up, of course. It has fabric front and inside. There is a square doily or crochet medallion of some sort, whatever you want to call it, on here with some lace and button cluster, and then some papery type flowers. I have 2 flowers on the charms, a cream one and a pink one if it wants to show itself. And I think that's it for the cover. One signature, 52 pages altogether. And this one, has a big variety of things in it, and I think it's one of the best journals I've done in a while. I know I'm saying that myself, but anyway, let's look at it. I have a quilt block, or part of one, made into a pocket, so it's a padded little fabric pocket with some lace on it, and then it's got a paper flower here decorating it. Inside here is a note card with another one of those lace button clusters on it, so you can write all through that, and a couple of pieces of like note paper. This page is just a piece of white paper that I put this sheer fabric over it, and I think it was a curtain I bought, so stitched around it to hold it in place. So this side is pretty, but this side you can write on it. Then I put a fabric flip on it, and it's got like 3 different layers. This also was a curtain. I just love that curtain. And a couple of pieces of fabric. Coffee dyed paper, and it's got a cluster tab, and it's just a tab, it's not a tuck or anything. We have a doily, and this is from a book page, and we have lace on it. And this is a pocket made out of scrapbook paper, and it's got a sticker on it and a piece of a lace on there. Behind it is a tag. It's made out of a master board with a rose on there. You can write on the back. It's a tall envelope, and it's closed with another one of those paper flowers, and inside it is something. If I can get it out, let's see what it is. Okay, oh, it's a notepad, another piece of notepad. So I think it had somebody's name or something, so I cut off the top. So okay, and we'll tuck that in there, and then tuck that back there. All right, and go there. Put that back in the back. Okay, another book page. On this side, the words are upside down in that book because it flips different than normal. But on this side, the flowers are right side up. This is writing space. This got a collage around it. So it's coffee dyed paper with just different papers collaged around it. Book page. This is a botanical book, and I covered up part of the writing with some paper so you can write on it. And it's on both sides. Music paper, and I just did a flip out. So you can do whatever you want to in here. You can cover it with writing paper, you can put pictures in there, or just leave it because it is the whole song of my country. And on this side we have lace. I think you can see the lace. And this is embroidered something, probably from a pillowcase I cut. I just glued it on there for decoration. On this side I glued this picture. I'm not sure. This is a pre-made page. It was in my stash, so I don't know why I put the picture there. There might have been something I was trying to cover up. Okay, note card that's in the signature, so you got writing space there. This is from an Ideal magazine. This pocket is really cool. It's made out of this really thick stuff. I don't even know what it is, but you can fold it, and you can also edge punch it. So it's almost like plasticky type fabric. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I put some lace on there. This is just where I folded the top down. It's kind of hard to explain it. It's like one long strip. I did the edge punch on both ends, and then I folded it to make the pocket, and the tops are folded back. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, okay, behind it we have it's one of those garden tags where you have the background is just a bunch of different book pages, and then I put a whole bunch of different flowers, and then I cut them into tags. So this is a garden tag. And in this pocket we have a Rolodex card with a little flower on there, a small envelope with it. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe, I'm not sure where I got this. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, I started to say it's a punch, but it's not. It's just squares of scrapbook paper that I have an edge punch that does this. It's called the scallop. So it makes a little writing space in there. It could also be used in the journal as a label or something. So that's just some stuff you can use, and then a little frame. I do believe I have maybe the die cut for that. And this is decorated with a paisley. I'm not sure if I have a punch for that does that, I think. And then that's just a lace and ribbon flower. This is stationery paper, and so is this. And I have a library pocket. I still can't believe I found a whole package of these at Goodwill and the cards that go in them. And then I just decorated it with a piece of lace that had ribbon on it. I mean, ribbon that has lace on it, we'll say it that way. And then another flower. And this is actually a happy birthday gift wrap, but I think it's really neat. And that's the writing's upside down, so it kind of disguises it a little bit. Anyway, I had that punch that does the topper on these tags, and I stitched around it. So it's a neat tag. Does it go behind? Nope, just goes in the pocket. And I need to put a little thing on the top, don't I? Okay, the center of the signature is a piece of wallpaper. I just kept it. You can write on the back. If you want to, you can glue it down and make it a pocket. So it's just whoever gets the journal, whatever they want to do. But it shows the birdhouse and some flowers. What do you call that? Looks like berries to me, but I'm not sure. All right, here's the stationery, the side of it. And the other side of the Ideal magazine and the greeting card. And on this side, I put a glassine bag that I've decorated with napkins and just some different odds and ends I've gotten from who knows where. And then another one of the garden tags. I love this background. This is something I made a while ago, a bunch of these different papers, and just collaged them, and I just had them in my stash. And boy, they came in handy when I saw somebody do those garden tags. I think it was Gail. So I thought, ooh, I'll use those backgrounds. Here's the music paper again with that picture I just put on there for some reason. And on this time, the flip, it's got this piece of, I think it's Battenberg lace, yeah. And the pocket is one of these that's got a pocket here. It's kind of hard to tell, and this kind of blends in with that, doesn't it? But there's a pocket here and a pocket here. And these are just scraps of scrapbook paper to make the tags. So we got two pockets here, and then one behind, and this I have in here. What do I have in here? Okay, I have a tag. Just made out of paper, and then I have this image that's cut out of a book, and I stitched it on there, made like a little tag with a belly band. And this is an index card with fabric on it that's been stitched around. So I put it behind the belly band, and it goes in the pocket. This journal has a lot of unique pockets and tags. Just really, I don't know, there are a lot of different ones. Here on the botanical book pages, I just put a chipboard piece that I got at Hobby Lobby a while ago. This I cut out of a book, I believe, and it makes a perfect journaling card. This is some wallpaper that I put some ribbon on. You can see that ribbon. Made it into like a side tuck. And I had, this was in my stash, just playing around with different things to make shaker cards, and I'm not sure how I made it. It's just been in there a while, so I went ahead and put it in here. So it's something fun. This is some typewriting instructions from a typewriting manual, and they had like 4 per page, so like you could cut them apart. Like I guess the instructor could cut them apart, and it would be like the lesson, type this up, whatever. Anyway, so I'm not sure how old they are, but I would say at least from the 70s probably. And then this is just a flower I glued on there for decoration. And this was a legal paper, so I just folded it to fit. That book page, it's kind of upside down on one side. So on this side of it, I had this, actually it was a book that had these envelope pages in there, but they were blank. It just had the dotted lines that showed where to cut the envelope. So I ran it through my printer with a digital and cut it out and made a pocket out of it. And it fit completely onto this, just a little bit over. On this book page, it's upside down. And I close it with this faux stamp I made with book pages and stamping. And inside, I glued it as a pocket. So it's got some, should have something. Yes, it does have something inside. And then behind it is a index card with a tab on it. So that gives us a tab for the journal plus some writing space. And inside here, what do we have? We have a old guest check with some things I cut from a book and some stamping label. I stamped on the stamp off sheet. on a sheet of labels, so just cleaning off my stamps. And this is an old guest check because it has this on the back, so there's a little place to write, and you can cover up anything you want to write on it, but it's definitely a vintage piece. I just don't know how old those are. And we're clipping this closed with this paper clip. Okay, all right, book page again, and the doily coffee dye paper with lace. We have some more of that ribbon. That piece I showed earlier, I said it was ribbon with lace and lace with ribbon. I'm sure it was the piece I cut off to make this belly band. And this is a quilted, I think it was probably part of a pillow sham type thing. And I just put a flower and a button on it so it decorates that belly band. And this is an old piece of stationery that you fold it and then seal it and then put a stamp on there. So I thought, great writing space. And it's got pretty flowers and things on there, so we're putting that under here. And we have another quilted pocket in the back. It's just a quilt block. I added some lace to it. I put it on paper to reinforce it and then stitched around it. And inside here we have one of these things. I had some trifolds. You know how like you can get the different Avery things you can print, like business cards and labels and greeting cards and stuff. This was a trifold, so I just printed a digital on it and folded it up, and it makes a big writing space. So anyway, okay, this is this journal. I'm going to get some pink ribbon or something and add to that tag, and then I'm going to put this on my journal, in my Etsy shop. So if anyone's interested, there will be a link below, and I appreciate you guys watching. Bye.